Welcome to our LanguageCert International ESOL exams. This video aims to share with you useful tips that should help you prepare your learners for their A1 and A2 level listening exams. First of all, a brief reminder of the key features of the A1 and A2 level listening exam and samples related to each part of it. The listening component of the LC International ESOL written exam at both A1 and A2 level consists of 4 parts. There are 26 items to answer. In terms of item types, both A1 and A2 level candidates are presented with multiple choice questions, and A2 candidates are also required to provide short answers. The duration of the listening component is approximately 20 minutes, and all recorded texts are heard twice. Focusing on the A1 level exam now, Part 1 consists of 7 short statements to be matched to letters, words, graphs, or symbols. Each utterance is followed by one multiple-choice question. This part aims at assessing the candidate's ability to recognize simple key information in short statements. Part 2 comprises 7 short utterances, each followed by one multiple-choice question. Candidates need to choose the best reply. This part aims to assess the candidate's ability to identify functions in short utterances typical of spoken English. Part 3 requires candidates to listen to 6 short conversations with 2 speakers, each followed by one multiple-choice question. Here, candidates need to identify a specific aspect of each conversation, such as the topic, purpose, context, speakers. Finally, Part 4 asks candidates to hear a conversation with 2 speakers and are presented with a form with 6 headings. They need to tick the correct information for each heading. What is assessed here is the candidate's ability to extract key information from a dialogue. And now key features of the International ESOL A2 level listening exam and a few related samples. Part 1 consists of 7 short statements, each followed by one multiple-choice question. Candidates are required to match each statement to pictures, numbers, spellings, maps, and planes. Here, what is assessed is the candidate's ability to recognize simple key information in short statements. In Part 2, candidates hear 7 short statements, each followed by one multiple-choice question. Candidates need to choose the best reply. This part aims to assess the candidate's ability to identify functions in short utterances typical of spoken English. Part 3 requires candidates to hear 6 short conversations, each followed by one multiple-choice question. Candidates need to identify topic, purpose, context, speakers. This part aims to assess the candidate's ability to identify a specific aspect of a conversation. Finally, in Part 4, candidates are presented with a note or message pad, with 6 headings and a space to write the correct information for each heading. Candidates need to answer short answers, no longer than 3 words. What is assessed here is the candidate's ability to extract key information from a monologue. And now a few tips for teachers. What should help prepare candidates for their International ESOL A1 and A2 level listening exams? Assessing ability to recognize key information in short statements. While practicing and before you play the recording, give learners enough time to look at pictures provided so as not to risk giving a wrong answer. Get them to predict what they are about to hear and elicit the related vocabulary. Remind them they will hear 7 short sentences, not related to each other, to be matched to words or visuals. Clarify they will be asked to focus on key information in statements, not detailed. Assessing ability to identify functions in short utterances typical of spoken English. Remind learners they will hear some sentences and are requested to choose the best reply each time. While practicing, you may wish to expose them to similar conversations. Play only the questions asked, an example, by the interviewer, and ask learners to guess what the respondents reply before they hear it. For extra language practice, after similar listening tasks, you may also wish to challenge learners to find an appropriate question that would match the other options provided. Assessing ability to identify a specific aspect of a conversation. While practicing, try to expose learners to a variety of short conversations between friends or colleagues, at work, interview and interviewee, shop assistant or customer, teacher or student, doctor or patient, and ask similar questions. In class, for further language practice, you may wish to ask them to explain what led them to the right answer. Assessing ability to extract key information. To A1 level learners only, remind them they will hear a conversation with 2 speakers. Clarify they will need to tick only one of the boxes provided each time. As this conversation is longer than the previous ones, tell them they can focus on gist the first time they hear it and on detail the second time. To A2 level learners only, remind learners they will need to hear a monologue. Clarify they need to provide short answers, no longer than 3 words each time, and inform them they will not be awarded extra marks for longer responses. As the recorded text is longer than the previous ones, tell them they may wish to focus on gist the first time they hear it and on detail the second time. While practicing, expose them to a variety of short messages. Examples include recorded phone messages, public announcements at airports or train stations, etc., and set similar questions. A few more tips. While practicing, ensure learners are fully focused. Before you play a recording, give them time to look at the items provided and predict what they are about to hear, as well as remember the related vocabulary. For further language practice, you may wish to ask them what led them to the right answer. Ensure they are not put off by unknown words. Get them to guess the meaning of those words from the context. When they cannot decide on the right answer, in the case of a multiple choice question, tell them they can always resort to a process of elimination. We hope that these tips will provide useful while you are training your learners. Don't forget to also refer to the support material we have created for you. Thank you.